Hey there, Gemini. Welcome to your reading for the week of October 9th is the week. So let's see what we have going on for you this week. Doubts. Let those doubts go because you don't need them. You definitely don't need the doubts. You have 3 cards of not being sure about things, not having doubts about things. Now you have 4 cards of doubt, so definitely let that stuff go. But you start off with the 7 of Hearts. It can represent doubts about love, but it's also a card that represents your roots and where you are from. So you could be thinking, I mean, it could be that simple for you. You could just be thinking about where you're from if you live far away. And it can also represent setting down new roots, creating a new level of stability in your life. You also have the Jack of Diamonds and the King of Diamonds, both. And both of these cards can also represent stability, adding stability into your life, and looking for things to stabilize as well. Could be, again, stabilizing a relationship. And again, I feel like at this time, it's information that is coming into you that is allowing you to do that. So again, it actually, even though I said that you have all these doubts, I do think it's actually a good thing because, again, I think you're getting the information to stabilize things like relationships, businesses, jobs, all this other sorts of stuff here to make it more stable in your life. Next, you have the 3 of Diamonds. Just simply be careful of paperwork. This is a card of issues with paperwork. And as I always say, it's actually not a bad card because even if something happens with paperwork under this card, it's usually just like a little minor annoyance that you have to fix. So, and kind of maybe go back over and do the paperwork again or something like that. So, but you can't avoid that. That's what this card says. It says if you double check all your paperwork, if you're submitting paperwork for anything like a contract, if you're signing a contract or anything, make sure to read it twice with this card because it can represent problems there. This card can also, I feel like for you, it can represent finding some sort of issue on something that you've already done. And maybe now you can fix it. So, again, just another kind of a good card for you. Next, you have the 7 of Spades. Internal fears that do not exist, needing to let those fears go. Also a card of messages and hearing messages. You have, again, you have the Jack of Diamonds, the King of Diamonds. So you could be hearing messages about love, about, some sort of admirer around you. Or you could be hearing messages about work as well. Both of these cards represent money, how you make money, how you want to make money, all this other sorts of stuff coming up here. So I do feel like there could be a lot of messages for you. Next, you have the Jack of Diamonds, cutting things out of your life, realizing, I do feel like people are kind of more focused on what's really important at this time and are really focused on those things. I think, like, in general, we're just, like, kind of focused all over the place, right? We just kind of do all sorts of stuff. But it seems like at this time you are more focused in general. This can be a card of, like, just cutting things completely out of your life that you no longer need, that, you can just totally be removing things. And again, this is usually very beneficial if we do those things. Also, a card of being at the beginning of something. You could be at the beginning of some sort of new job, some sort of new business, or some sort of money-making idea. And again, even if you're retired, this could be you, looking at some sort of new investment or some sort of new financial advisor or something along those lines. So definitely a time to pay attention to money. Next, you have the 3 of Spades. Be careful of your health at this time and make sure to take care of yourself. Make sure to get plenty of rest, as I always say with this card. This card can also just, I feel like for you, it could be just a general sense of feeling some sort of imbalance this week and just trying to figure it out. It feels more like, I would say next to that Jack, it feels more like a curiosity thing. Like you're just trying to figure out like what's, like I said, it doesn't feel like anything like wrong. I don't even think it's like a bad thing. I think you're just like trying to figure out how to get everything in your life to kind of come together, trying to get things more stable again. And this is, I think, you just recognizing where there are imbalances and then you trying to fix those things. And finally, end on the King of Diamonds. Again, ending on a very strong, stable kind of note here with this card, a card of strength and stability. Also a card of great luck and getting the things that you need. It's a very lucky card. And it's also a card of profits, vision, the future, more money coming in, finding out how to better deal with your money, coming up with new ideas for that, and even a great card for dealing with bosses as well. So it looks like a great week for you, I have to say. Even with, like I said, even with the doubts and things like that. Again, I think actually, as I went through the reading, I think it's more about you. I think you're just making corrections this week. You're feeling the doubt, seeing where it is, and then like fixing the problem. So it kind of feels a little bit different. But that's that. So thank you for watching and enjoy your week.